House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is now on the ground in Asia with a congressional delegation and facing an ultimatum with China over a potential stop in Taiwan.
Yep, Chinese state media says the island nation will face unbearable consequences if Pelosi goes through with this visit.
This as President Biden faces growing calls to release the transcript from his 2-hour call with President Xi. Let's bring in Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson to react. Senator, welcome. What are your thoughts on that?
Good morning, guys. Well, first of all, I don't know why Speaker Pelosi signaled her trip to Taiwan so far in advance to give the Chinese an opportunity to respond this way. It's outrageous that China would start threatening America just because the Speaker of the House and delegation would visit Taiwan. I have the new Chinese ambassador in my office this week. It was not a pleasant meeting whatsoever. I conveyed to him how disappointed I am the path they have chosen, their aggressive stance, how they're threatening world peace. It's very unfortunate.
I hope you hit him back. I'm sure he came back at you aggressively. So, Senator, so you think that she should go, right?
Yeah, I don't see how you can back down right now. But again, I don't know why you would signal.
I know, but if she backs down, but the president wants her to back down, clearly. The Pentagon wants her to back down.
Yeah, right now it's an awful situation. I don't think she can back down because that just gives China, even more cause to continue their aggressive behavior.
Senator, no one's been more aggressive on the Hunter Biden laptop situation than you and Senator Grassley. We're now hearing that there are whistleblowers coming forward saying that the FBI and the DOJ illegally suppressed that information that we now know, really was a major factor, could have actually changed the election back in 2020. What's going on? What are you going to do about it?
Well, first of all, thank God for those whistleblowers. We need a whole lot more of them in the FBI, Department of Justice, and our federal health agencies. They need to come forward and start talking to us. But no, listen, I'm not shocked, but it's outrageous that the FBI would be tipping the scales of justice the way they're doing. I have no faith in Christopher Wray of conducting this investigation. But it's important the American public understand the FBI had Hunter Biden's laptop in December of 2019. They certainly saw the evidence of what I think is criminal activity on that laptop. They've done nothing. Here we are in end of July, early August of 2022. What have they done with it? So no, you can't trust this Department of Justice and FBI to get to the bottom of this.
Senator, I don't want to move on from this topic too fast. There's another topic we have here called the PACT Act. And I'll be completely honest with you. A lot of veterans are very confused. This is a bill that supposedly will provide funding for veterans who have dealt with toxic waste exposure, burn pits, and to get the VA care. It seems that Republicans were on board with this just a little over a month ago, or right at a month ago. And now Republican senators have, according to veterans, surprised them by voting against it. I want you to hear what Jon Stewart had to say about this real quick.
This is the total cost of war. Thune and Toomey and all the other senators who voted for those trillions and trillions of dollars to send these men and women to war and now suddenly say it's not fiscally responsible to spend the money to pay for the consequences of their service is outrageous.
Go ahead and respond to Jon Stewart, if you don't mind.
Well, we all fully support the vets, but what the Democrats did is they've transferred out of discretionary spending hundreds of billions of dollars into mandatory spending, opening up the big hole for either further mortgaging our children's future. So all we're saying is, eliminate that provision, put this back in terms of discretionary spending column. There's already way too much spending on automatic pilot, which is why we have 9.1% inflation right now. So we are fully supportive of the vets. I expect this thing will pass. All the Democrats have to do is remove that provision that turns us from discretionary spending into mandatory spending. We will fund our vets, and we all want to.
Real quick, so you do think that this bill will get I believe it's the Toomey Amendment, and it will pass?
That's certainly what we voted in a procedural vote last week. This is not a vote against the vets. This is a vote for our children's future.
Senator, you're in a tough race. Do you believe part of the reason that millions upon millions of dollars is put in against you is it because you're all over the Hunter Biden investigation? Do you think that is part of it, that you're determined to look into what happened leading up to this pandemic and through the pandemic? Do you think they fear your investigation?
Well, they're not happy with it. They haven't been happy with it for years, and they've accused us falsely of soliciting Russian disinformation. I mean, that's their standard playbook. So completely dishonest. The Democrats are so far divorced and detached from reality as they are from the truth that it's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, they said that Hunter Biden's laptop, when you were trying to bring it to light, was Russian disinformation. They also tried to get you for trying to ask questions about COVID policies and mandates and vaccines and early treatments. So one of the things that you wanted to bring to light was that there were some whistleblowers in the military who were saying that there might be some perhaps vaccine injuries, things that are on record with the health records from our military who, as you know, were forced to take the vaccine or be discharged from the military. You said that they need to preserve those records so that we can see that. Did that happen?
Well, they say they have, but again, we made this disclosure back in January of this year, showing, for example, neurological industries 10 times the number of diagnoses, some certain cancers 3 times. And we just asked the Department of Defense, what's happening here? They haven't given us any clarity on this at all. They said, oh, we had a glitch in our database. Really? But here we are again, end of July, early August, and the Department of Defense have not been forthcoming. Why not? If there's a simple explanation, explain this to the American public. What is happening inside your own database in terms of our men and women in uniform?
Is that something that can come to light if Republicans win the Congress, the House and the Senate?
Well, certainly be my intention. I've written like 43 different oversight letters on some aspect of COVID, basically gotten no response. I mean, that's the problem. Congressional oversight is just a shadow of itself because we really don't have a way to really enforce it.
Yeah.
Senator Ron Johnson going for another 6. Senator, good luck. Soon you'll have an opponent.
All right.
Ron Johnson for Senate.com.
Thank you, Senator. Appreciate having you this Sunday morning. All right.